Ever wonder why your younger self could demolish an entire pizza, 3 tacos, and still have room for ice cream, while today, half a sandwich leaves you feeling like you swallowed a bowling ball? It's not just in your head, and it's definitely not a conspiracy by your metabolism to ruin your life. Picture yourself at 17, standing in front of an open fridge at midnight, scavenging for your 4th meal of the day. Nothing feels impossible. Your body is basically a biological furnace, converting everything into energy and growth without asking permission. Now, fast forward to today, where that same midnight snack sits in your stomach like a rock until morning. What changed? Was there some secret switch that flipped when you weren't paying attention? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your metabolism has been quietly downshifting since your mid-20s, dropping by roughly 3 to 8% every decade. That's not a typo. Your body is literally burning fewer calories at rest than it did when you could eat an entire buffet without consequences. But wait, there's more to this tragic story. Your stomach, yes, the actual organ, has been losing its elasticity over time, like an old rubber band that just doesn't snap back anymore. When you were younger, that thing could stretch to accommodate obscene amounts of food without sending distress signals to your brain. Imagine your digestive system as a well-oiled machine in your youth, churning through everything at lightning speed. Enzymes are flowing, acids are firing, everything's moving along like a factory assembly line during peak hours. Now picture that same factory after 20 years of operation. The machinery is a bit slower. The workers, your enzymes, aren't quite as enthusiastic. Production has slowed, and suddenly, that 3-course meal becomes a 12-hour processing nightmare. Your hormones are in on this betrayal too. Remember ghrelin and leptin? Those are your hunger and fullness hormones. And they used to communicate like best friends. Now they're more like distant acquaintances who forgot each other's phone numbers. As you age, your body produces less ghrelin, which means you don't feel as hungry. Sounds great until you realize this also means your appetite signals are all scrambled. You might not eat enough, or you might eat too much before your brain catches up. Then there's the physical activity factor, which is basically the elephant in the room nobody wants to acknowledge. When you were younger, you were probably moving constantly, gym class, running around with friends, fidgeting through boring lectures, all of that burned calories you didn't even know you were burning. These days, you're probably sitting at a desk for 8 hours, commuting in a car, then sitting on a couch to relax. Your body has adapted to this sedentary lifestyle by essentially saying, well, if we're not moving, we definitely don't need all that fuel. Here's where it gets weirdly ironic. You probably have more money now to buy better food than you did when you could eat like a competitive eater. But your body has decided that abundance doesn't matter. It's implementing strict rationing policies whether you like it or not. Your muscle mass is also playing the villain in this story. Starting around age 30, you naturally lose 3 to 5% of your muscle mass per decade unless you're actively fighting against it. Less muscle means fewer calories burned, which means less food needed, which means goodbye to those glory days of endless eating. Some people try to fight back with smaller, more frequent meals. Others embrace the reality and just eat less. A few stubborn souls refuse to accept defeat and end up uncomfortably full every single meal, living in denial. The supplement industry has caught wind of this universal aging crisis, by the way. They're selling digestive enzymes, metabolism boosters, and various miracle pills, promising to turn back the clock. Spoiler alert, most of them are about as effective as wishful thinking. Meanwhile, social media is flooded with young influencers doing eating challenges, consuming 10,000 calories like it's nothing. You watch these videos with a mixture of nostalgia and mild horror, remembering when you too possessed such reckless gastrointestinal confidence. The cruel twist? Your brain still remembers how much you used to eat. It holds on to those memories like precious artifacts, occasionally tricking you into ordering the large meal when you really needed the small. Then you sit there, defeated, staring at half a plate of food you can't finish. Restaurants haven't gotten the memo about aging either. Their portion sizes seem designed for 19-year-old athletes, not actual humans with normal adult digestive systems. You end up taking home leftovers constantly, your fridge becoming a graveyard of half-eaten meals. Some experts suggest this is actually healthier, that eating less as you age is your body's way of protecting itself from overeating. But tell that to the part of your brain that remembers demolishing an entire pizza without consequences. That part feels betrayed. The adaptation phase is real though. After a while, you stop ordering large portions. You start sharing meals. You become that person who says, "I'll just have a small salad," and you actually mean it, not as a diet strategy, but as a survival tactic. Your friends who are the same age, they're going through the exact same thing, though nobody really talks about it. There's this collective silent acknowledgement when someone suggests splitting an appetizer, and everyone agrees a little too enthusiastically. The fitness industry loves to jump in here with promises that lifting weights and building muscle will restore your youthful appetite. They're not entirely wrong. More muscle does increase your metabolic rate. But let's be real. You're never getting back to that teenage eating machine status. Social gatherings become a careful calculation now. Thanksgiving dinner requires strategic planning. You can't just show up and eat everything anymore. You have to pace yourself, choose your battles, maybe skip the appetizers to save room for the main course. And here's the kicker that nobody prepared you for. Sometimes you're genuinely not hungry, and it feels weird. You skip meals accidentally because you forgot to eat, which would have been impossible in your youth when hunger struck like clockwork every 3 hours. The pharmaceutical companies are researching this, of course. They're looking into ways to maintain youthful metabolism and digestive capacity. But until they crack that code, we're all just out here living with our increasingly conservative stomach. Meanwhile, your younger relatives are still eating like they're training for the Olympics, completely unaware that their days are numbered. You could warn them, but they wouldn't believe you anyway. Nobody ever does. So here we are, living in a world where your appetite and capacity have divorced, where your eyes remain bigger than your stomach, and where every meal is a negotiation with your aging digestive system. The glory days of eating everything in sight, they're gone, preserved only in memory and perhaps some embarrassing photos. But that's the deal we all signed when we decided to keep aging. Tomorrow's meal might require even more restraint, but at least the leftovers are getting better.